warm welcome to a new episode of Cultural Magazine, where we bring you the latest events taking place around the nation. Let's go find out more what we have in store for you in this episode.
Under the auspices of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the initiative A Decent Life was launched to develop the living standards of Egyptians. In this respect, the Ministry of Culture said that participating in Decent Life initiative aims at enhancing the cultural product throughout the country and spreading enlightenment and interest in young people. This comes within the framework of the Ministry of Culture's participation in the activities of the Decent Life initiative, which reflects the government's interest in youth in various parts of Egypt, and it is one of the steps that contribute to the comprehensive development of rural communities all over the country. A number of artistic and intellectual activities have been implemented in this respect as a first stage since last January. Dr. Ines Abdidaim, the Minister of Culture, said that the various artistic, cultural, and knowledge enlightenment projects prepared by the Ministry to participate in Decent Life initiative seek to revive and enhance the identity. The initiative seeks to revive the Egyptian identity, support the cultural role in governorates, and achieve cultural justice by bringing creative productions to all parts of the nation, and aims to spread enlightenment and develop collective awareness and concern for young people to create a well-established and cultured generation. The minister explained that the plan to participate in the initiative includes several stages, the first of which included 74 activities, starting with the mobile theater shows, where 8 free theatrical performances are held in the open air, with a participation of senior artists in 15 villages belonging to 3 governorates, including Qina, Luxor, and Minya. She added that the mobile theaters project also joined the initiative, and through it, 66 cultural activities were carried out, including literary, artistic workshops, theatrical performances, plastic exhibitions, and educational seminars. بالحب نفتح قلبنا وفيك نلبس السحاب عيش الحياة نلبس حتى حلوها ونمرها Other activities reached 3 governorates, including Bahira, Asyut, and Aswan. Participating in the initiative is to also organize training workshops on traditional crafts and providing various cultural and intellectual activities in the villages. This comes in addition to providing school libraries and youth centers located in the targeted villages with the varied versions of the Ministry of Culture, with topics that work on enlightenment and confronting intolerance. This is in cooperation with the Ministries of Youth, Sports, and the Ministry of Education. The Ministry of Culture noted that one of the objectives of the participation is the implementation of the Book Booth project, which aims to provide publications of the ministry and publications of publishing houses. It is noteworthy that the Ministry of Culture has prepared a project to participate in a Decent Life initiative that includes performances of mobile theaters that are provided free of charge to the people of these villages. These performances include the plays The Optimist, The Family of the Fake, and A Happy Journey, along with some other works and the Tales of El Araguz, or the Puppets Show for children, as well as training and literary workshops. The live shows include folk art and plastic exhibitions in cooperation with the Ministries of Interior, Defense, Youth and Sports, Social Solidarity, Transport and Local Development, and a number of civil society institutions.
حلم جديد وفتح أبواب لكل الناس فن وعلم وطاقة وحب وشوق وحماس
ينهي الأفكار الهدامة ويسلم بسلام وسلامة على القوة الناعمة وقوتها وعلى أعدائها يجيب النصر اكتب في تاريخ الشرقية مجد جديد زاد على أعيادنا هذا اليوم من هذا الشهر اكتب عندك مجد جديد زاد في العصر الحالي لمصر ابدأ حلمك زود عيد في الشرقية وهنا في القصر اكتب عندك اكتب عندك اكتب عندك مجد جديد زاد في العصر الحالي لمصر.
The National Authority for Civilization Coordination, headed by Engineer Mohamed Abu Saada, began preparing the Egyptian Pavilion at the 17th International Biennale of Architecture in Venice. The team representing Egypt in the Venice Biennale of Architecture traveled through the competition presented by the National Organization for Urban Coordination in December 2019. Dr. Mustafa Abdel Basit's project Futet al-Mubarak won the representation of Egypt in the Biennale. The team project aims to clarify how human beings from different classes can live harmoniously without discrimination between them. This year's exhibition carries the idea of designing and implementing an architectural project that achieves the theme of the exhibition, which is How Can We Live Together? It was originally designed for the 2020 edition, which was postponed to 2021 due to the pandemic. This year's edition opens in May and will continue until November 2021. The Venice Biennale is an international event in which countries from different parts of the world participate, and Egypt is the only Arab country that has a permanent wing in the Biennale. Egypt also participated in many editions in which the Bikia project, which qualified to participate in the competition and won the session that year. It received a certificate of appreciation, after which it took part in many other international competitions. The Biennale Awards attribute international merit to the winners, which is reflected in their artistic status and the countries they represent. Egypt is one of the first Arab and African countries to participate in the Biennale. Urban coordination begins in preparation for the Egyptian Pavilion of the Venice Biennale of Architecture in its 17th session. On the occasion of the World Heritage Day, the National Post Authority issues a commemorative stamp for the Mohammed Mahmoud Khalil Museum. Minister of Culture Dr. Ines Abdidaim thanked the Minister of Communications Dr. Amr Talat after the National Post Authority issued the commemorative stamp. Dr. Abdidaim said that the issuance of the stamp confirms the museum's value as one of the most important specialized sites in the world, as it includes rare art collections that present part of the innovations of modern man, stressing the Ministry of Culture's keenness to reopen the museum after 10 years of closure after renovation of the museum display system. The stamp comes within the framework of fruitful cooperation among the different ministries. It is noteworthy that the Mohammed Mahmoud Khalil Museum and his wife was built in the French style, as it was the residence of the Egyptian politician Mohammed Mahmoud Khalil in the year 1920, and its overall space is approximately 8,000 meters in a 4-floor building. After the death of its owner in 1953, the palace was transferred to his wife, which he had recommended be transformed into a museum after his wife's death and in possession of the Egyptian government. The museum palace was first opened in 1962, then it was moved to Prince Amr Ibrahim's palace in Zamalek in 1971. After that, it reopened in 1979, and its holdings include a number of oil, water, and pastel paintings. There are 304 paintings by 143 international painters, including 30 paintings by 9 artists, in addition to nearly 50 statues in bronze, marble, and plaster, as well as works by the greatest artists of the 19th century.
The Cairo Opera House is a beacon of light for both artists and art lovers as well, where we see here at the Cairo Opera House local and international artists showcasing their amazing work. Let's go find out what the Cairo Opera House has in store for us.
The Cairo Opera House hosted for the first time on the Fountain Theatre an excerpt from the most famous scene of the great opera Aida under the supervision of its artistic director Iman Mustafa, accompanied by the Cairo Opera Orchestra led by Italian maestro Elio Orcello, and the participation of the Cairo Opera Ballet under the supervision of its artistic director Arminia Kemel, and the Cairo Opera Choir led and trained by Carmen Colengle and directed by Hisham El-Talli.
To perform, this is my best favorite opera in the place where this opera was performed the first time, and also this is a moment very important for me, because you know that we started with this performance of Aida, the celebration of 150 years from the first performance here in Cairo. So really I'm feeling good. It's a very important moment of my career. Of course, Verdi is a classical. Everything of Verdi is written in his music, so I don't think that there is a modern way to perform. Verdi is modern. Verdi is very actual, and everything we find in Verdi, we find in the true life of every day. So that's the reason why I'm proud to be Italian, and I'm proud to be perform Verdi in a special way here in Cairo. For the reason that everybody knows, for this time we only perform highlights from first and second acts. And then we are preparing for the big celebration next time, I think in autumn. I already performed Aida here in 2005. And before I came as assistant with my maestro that performed Aida in Pyramids in 1999. I was very young.
It's always a great opera, and it's a very big challenge for any mezzo-soprano. So I'm very honored to participate, and I'm honored to be singing with great singers of the Cairo Opera Company. In classical singing, usually you sing according to your vocal range. Or like for women, there are altos and mezzo-sopranos and sopranos. So my role or my voice is a mezzo-soprano, and I have certain roles to sing, and this is one of the roles. The rehearsals are very interesting, and as you said, the ballet, it gives a very nice touch to the performance. It's very grand, and working with an Italian conductor is always very good, and we learn so much from them. And it's a very fruitful experience. The sound, of course, is different. The acoustics are different because there's microphones, and the space is different. But it's really nice. I think the decoration is very nice, and it's a different atmosphere. I joined the company in 2010 after auditioning, and I've been a soloist ever since. And I travel occasionally to take master classes and to sing in different countries. I wish that I can do what I'm doing my best, and to sing in different countries and represent my country as much as I can.
I am very happy to return here in Egypt, and now today singing Radames in Aida, and very happy for stay here and return to sing in Egypt. Maybe it's 19 times. But the sensation is different, completely different with respect to seeing this role in every part of the world, because here the history, the ambientation of history is here in Egypt. And yesterday I looked at the pyramids, and I love a lot this this pace is wonderful, and it's very happy to sing Aida in Egypt because Verdi composed this opera for things the gypsy population. Verdi, it's very difficult with the composer, but it's very good for the technique, vocal technique, and because Verdi have a lot of passion inside. You have a different colors in different role of Verdi.
Aida is a timeless story of love and betrayal. It features what's bigger than a life story in an exotic world. It is a roller coaster of emotions told through Verdi's powerful music. Shuruq Bakir, Culture Magazine.
Cultural Magazine's cameras are always following the latest cultural events taking place around the nation. Let's find out what we have in store.
The Cairo Opera House hosted a concert for the National Ensemble of the Arab musician Abdel Halim Nouira, led by Maestro Selim Saheb. It is noteworthy that the Arab National Music Ensemble was established in 1989 with the aim of collecting Arab musical and lyrical heritage, representing it in an advanced academic and scientific style so that new generations can learn about Arab music heritage to keep it from disappearing.
حلمي وصحيت منه لقيتني هايم في بحر الشوق وحدي حبيت ظالم حبيت ظالم يا ريته كان هناني ضيع ودي وصنت بين أجفاني هجر فؤادي وكان مرادي هجر فؤادي وكان مرادي.
These concerts are part of a series of concerts to revive the Egyptian musical heritage. The concert featured singers Riham Abdel Hakim, Ahmed Abdel Karim, Sana Nabil, and Soul Muhammad Zahir.
يا حبيبي
brings us to the end of this episode of Cultural Magazine. Hope you enjoyed it and stay tuned for more on Now TV.